Welcome to the video game killed the video game star, and we are reviewing the last of the Origin trilogy in the Sonic Underground show.
I just realized we could do the Tekken show after this. Tekken's been up because it's on Netflix. Thanks, Tekken.
Well, let's discuss. Let's work that one out after we reviewed all 40 episodes.
Only 37 left to go.
So yeah. So anyway, this we start off with Rabana complaining to that Sleet and Dingo have not caught the hedgehogs, and Sleet and Dingo like don't want to get roboticized for some reason. I, why did I do say it like that? Um,
Obviously.
but they're able to show videos
I thought I was going to say,
of the triplets doing training.
which is good footage from a previous episode, of course. Gotta save that money, Deke.
Yeah, that's the scene with Manic. Well, it shows the scene with Manic throwing a stick at a target. I didn't remember that in episode two. Maybe I should have. Maybe I should check out episode two more closely to see if that.
I think that's there, but the episodes go by so fast I can hardly.
Look at our footage. Wow, it's been cut. It's already been cut and edited.
Yeah, there's a lot of cuts in this episode, a lot of missing scenes, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that one because they won't. Um, yeah, the Satan Dingo are then ordered by Robotnik to get to capture the Oracle of Delphius or Delphine.
Yeah, but if we want them to capture the hedgehogs earlier, Robotnik, make up your mind!
Well, I guess at that point he lost track of the triplets, so
Yeah, his ADHD.
did
Uh,
it? I'm
I don't know. I'm trying to excuse bad writing here.
okay.
Although we do learn the origins of a very famous phrase among.
I no, I don't think it's necessarily bad, Ryan. I think the whole point was that he ordered them to get the triplets because he knew where they were, and now that he doesn't, he's sending them off to another mission. The
Yeah, but that's never explained to the audience until later. So
Is it? I will see. But anyway, the next scene we see the triplets fighting a dragon or
Earth Elemental.
elemental actually.
Sorry, Air Elemental that's weak to Earth. These elements never come up again.
Uh,
And toss that into the one-off ideas of Sonic Underground that'll never explode again pile to me.
but yeah, they show them working out how to use their instrument weapons, and yeah, Sonia's like, yeah, if an elemental ever touches the ground, it dies.
What about the other elementals, Sonia? We will never discuss them.
Well, they just never. I guess we'll just never see them again because I don't know. Robotnik poisoned the air elemental lands. I don't know. It's never. But yeah, like you say, they never come up again in the
He
season.
killed every element.
uh, there's a personally, I blame the Fire Nation.
And everything changed when the robotic fire nation attacked.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Interest. Sonia showing her her class, her educational skills, which is a repeating element.
It better be, otherwise I'm going to throw that on.
The educational elemental, if you may.
You might want to point that out again next time it comes up, otherwise it will get thrown under the pile of one-off ideas Sonic Underground never revisits again.
I think there's definitely a lot of characters that would have been brought back for the finale if they had one. Um, but anyway, next they take down the dragon, and then they are told that many souls have been lost, which means a lot of
Several people die.
usually people get roboticized. I was not expecting a massacre, and then they show Trevor's in trouble.
But yeah, Trevor, who was just introduced in this episode, we can find out that possible people have also probably died as well from the explosions and the fire and shit. It's just not shown because it's a kid show.
At least they didn't do what Sonic X did with the Sonic Adventure storyline, where they just won't admit to the fact that a massive flood would kill so many people in Station Square.
They also didn't admit that in the video game for the Dreamcast.
They just never
Oh,
have.
oh yeah, fun fact.
Well, they didn't. At least they didn't say that there was like people injured. Rather, in the Dreamcast game in Sonic Adventure, they just they just don't bring it up, which is a big difference.
Do you want to know something funny though?
What?
Okay, so Resident Evil Vendetta. Apparently, someone compared the ending of that movie to the ending of Sonic Adventure 1, where Tails goes all's well that ends well. Bit of a detour, but if I gotta bring that up, just if I ever get to watch Vendetta.
Okay, okay. Um, but yeah, and then they get teleported to um, I guess outside the area they need to be to save Trevor. Teleportation powers in Sonic Underground. In theory, teleportation is one of the most busted powers because it can you can get sent anywhere at any time, and it's kind of weird that they don't do it more. Like you think, just grab a grab a gun, teleport to Doctor
Robotnik,
Robotnik,
shoot
shoot him,
him.
and Mobile saves.
Or better yet, drop him off and teleport him off somewhere where there's no floor.
Oh yeah, teleport Doctor Robotnik. And this is the issue with having unlimited teleportation powers. Well, but I guess they distract the audience long enough for it not to be too much of an issue. But from a world building point of view, there is a lot of questions that should be that we don't get answers to on that front. Um, but yeah, they are using the air ducts, and they see um, one of our favorite characters, Barnaby,
It's okay, I guess.
being questioned by Dr. Robotnik, and
And then Robotnik unveils true horror, I guess, before him.
Lady Windermere bot
Yeah, he turned into a robot. He turned into a robot, basically.
roboticized this unnerves Barnaby.
But it also makes Sonya really upset.
Yeah, seeing her adoptive mother like that. I thought that was a well done scene. But um, and at this point, as we go through the rescue of Trevor, there are a lot of scenes that should be included that feel like they get skipped, like which makes the pacing issues of this episode really bad.
Yeah, we don't see how they find Trevor and unhook him from all that.
They skip that scene. They randomly cut back to the ice cup which was a bit which I found a bit jarring. Sleet and Dingle find the Oracle's cave,
Which is just mentioned randomly. Oh, you gotta find the other.
it just comes up on the screen, a screen that wasn't there for Doctor Robotnik's sake or Sleet and Dingle's. It's kind of weird that they like. I guess it's weird that they found out, but whatever. And then they rescue Trevor off screen.
Yeah,
One
it wasn't established that Sleep and Digno were going to find the Oracle, by the way. That's established.
Oh no, well, it was established at the start of the episode that they were on a mission to find them.
But the Hedgehog's not the Oracle.
No, 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 no. There were. No, we were discussing it earlier. They were tasked with finding the Oracle.
Okay, cool.
I think the fact that you're getting confused is probably probably tempting two storylines for one episode.
Yes, because they're trying to rescue Trevor and then they're going to go rescue the Oracle,
You
baby.
don't, the start of the episode, they get sent on the mission, but and then they find out, even I was getting confused because I thought, wait, is Sonic and Manic now on the ice cap area? Which they're not, and you get confused, like, okay, when did they mention that? Well, like, they mentioned at the start of the episode. I think if, I think it maybe just like moving around, adding a few more scenes would have really helped with making the storyline more cohesive
Or
and
just
easier to
having them
follow.
rescue one person and then have them rescue the other one in the next episode. Like a normal show would do.
Yeah, that's why I was saying, like in episode one, is maybe separating these episodes, like if these episodes were separated out into their own stories
Yes,
properly.
yes.
Um, but anyway, they're able to escape and fly around. Doctor Robotnik gets a ship, but it's the wrong ship, and he gets really and he has his gamer rage moment, getting a bit salty.
Yeah. And like, no, it wasn't it that friend Trevor, but yeah, the one friend, but no, Trevor had abandoned the ship. That's it.
Oh, he abandoned the ship. I was. You look away for 1 second, and the whole story beat goes by. I swear.
Yeah, Trevor had abandoned the ship, and Donna Robotic swap bots, and then the robotic instead of like search the area, he's just angrily fuming. But if he just checked round the corner of that canyon, he would have found
It's just,
him.
it's just like, it, he's just like lying down underneath a rock. It's just like, oh, they're still there. I don't know. That doesn't happen. I mean, the thing I said doesn't happen. Specific. Like,
Yeah, but Trevor checks from behind the thing, and so he sees them, but they don't see him.
anyway, so the hedgehogs now set off to in a ship to well in an airplane to the ice cap, which Eggman's like, oh, they're in one of my
Robotics.
ships. Oh, I can have fun here, and he does, and he makes the uh, brilliant play of telling them his that he's about to blow up the ship and
Yeah,
that he's locked the door. Don't tell them you would have got rid of the triplets for good.
I don't think you would have because the ship had no automated self-destruct noise. 15 seconds, 14 seconds.
Why not? You think he could have used like his programming skills to like just blow it up? Also, why don't all of his ship? Just so does all of his ships have self-destruct mechanisms? I mean, I guess that makes sense because the resistance probably keep on trying to reprimand the ships.
He also has um he also has security locks.
That just feels like a disaster waiting to happen. Having self-destructing mechanisms on your ships.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen? It's not like someone find the ship he's in and then self-destructed.
Yeah. Um.
I'm finding out the flow there for a while. I didn't think, what happened if you're one of your ship and somebody locks the things on you and sets it to self-destruct? Well, I have a master override key. What if the hack that?
they. It's such a. I guess it's a fun sequence, but it just doesn't really. It's kind of hard to justify the scene properly when it's like, but why would he like? Why would he tell him of his plans? I think
Arrogance, Dennis, arrogance.
I don't know. Maybe it might have been more interest. Maybe it might have also worked if the Hedgehog suddenly discovered that a self destruct sequence has gone. Or maybe the self destruct. Or maybe Dr. Robotnik doesn't need to tell him of the self destruct sequence because the self destruct sequence announces that there's a countdown to be self destructed.
Or better yet, have the ship track them so that way when they land, you know where they are, and then blow them up.
Well, if they've got a self destruct sequence, might as well just blow them up as soon as possible.
Yes.
I don't know. I think Eggman has a bit.
Dr.
On the
Robotic.
show's defense, yes, Doctor Robotnik is shown to have an ego problem, and it does allow the hedgehogs to escape in future episodes as well. For example, he'll like maybe capture one or two of them and like tries to use them to capture the third one. He's very egotistical, and it is his downfall in many episodes. To be fair, but yeah, they get to the cave and they immediately just
Oh
fall.
yeah, cuts to a bridge, no building.
Cuts to a bridge. Another example of missing scenes out. Um, the but yeah, the bridge collapses and they fall lower down, and uh, and then Queen Alina is like, hey, you little punk, stop fighting."
You kid, I'm like Virgil. I'm gonna never pay child support. That's a Devil May Cry joke.
Pretty much like that, but in a more motherly tone.
I will never pay
Doesn't call him.
child support. Do do.
I mean, one, she never calls them puns, and two, she doesn't do whatever reference you're doing.
It's just like a virtual child's sport. Someone made a whole parody song of that song.
Why did I? Oh, supposed is that supposed to be Sonic segment? I read it as Sony segment. Um, oh, it's a song segment, of course.
Oh yeah, apparently songs make them weaker though, according to another episode. So this was a critical flaw on their part. I mean,
Well,
let's sing to rescue the Oracle. Well, it makes
the
us
Oracle needs to be saved. Let's waste time and sing a song.
that makes us weaker.
We'll take you.
It couldn't happen at the end of the episode.
Rolling this together, do 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 do.
Yeah, yeah.
Birds of a feather from now on. The oracle's just sitting there saying, why are they just see Nico just like why are they just singing to themselves?
Apparently, it makes them weaker according to the lore in a future episode. So this is a plot hole.
Um,
Also,
I'll be
oh,
interested to see what they say. I guess maybe in their defense, they kind of well, one, they're new to their power, so they might not be aware of that fully. Two, they could just they could just know how much they need to use up. But I think the bigger problem is just time wasting when time is supposed to be of the utmost importance.
yeah, you
You
fools.
fools.
I know it should have been done at the end of the episode.
Anyway, they climb up and immediately Sleet and Dingo are like, so we're like ambushing you or something. Well, not like that. They're more direct, of course.
Yes.
Um,
No, it's like, ah, I see you're armless, and then they summon their weapons and
uh,
shoot.
well, yeah, they show I guess the powers and Sleet's like, ah, screw this. I'm just gonna murder them. I'm gonna bury them alive.
I'm gonna fire the big. I know Robotnik
So,
wants. I know Robot.
Doctor
I
Robot.
know. No,
Huh?
he says. I know Robotnik wants me to capture them, but screw it. I'm gonna murder them. But
So yeah, it's
he's going. He's
interesting.
going against Robotnik's orders. Is what I'm trying to say.
It's interesting that Doctor Robotnik, even if it means wants them captured, does he want to make an example of them, or does he feel like roboticizing them it would benefit him? Like, what's the deal there?
Both,
I guess we'll never know for
both,
sure. Both, okay,
probably
both.
both, probably both.
Um, but yeah, um they don't succeed. The Oracle of Delphius congratulates them, and as they walk away, Queen Lena like appears and's like, "So you
Could have destroyed you. That's my
But
equivalent.
they didn't know that.
You wasted their fucking time.
Well done.
Correct, Quilena. I did.
Yeah, and that is another not a run through for another episode. So first up, let's
Oh, by the way, I think the Oracle might be voiced like Luis Lamar. You know the guy who voices Sleep. I think. Don't quote me on that.
yeah, we looked up who before we reviewed these last two episodes. We looked at who voiced Sleet, Maurice
Maurice Lamar.
and Queen Alina, which is Gail Webster.
Gail Webster. Yeah, Gail Webster
I
voices.
hear she has a very good dictionary.
No, Gail
That's a
Webster.
terrible joke.
Gail Webster voices like
You don't
90%.
get that
So
joke,
I
do
know I
you?
do. I do.
Oh,
I
okay.
think I do. It's an old joke. It's kind of, when you kind of remember
I
some.
bet it's a joke that she hasn't heard way too many times. If
She only did Sonic Underground. She was never voice actor again after this. And you know what? She worked her ass on that show. I don't blame her.
but anyway, our final. So now we're going to the segment of best line of the episode. We struggled with this.
I know what will be the best line of the episode. Now, when I'm playing a card game, I say excellent, excellent, excellent. It
Uh,
turns out Robotnik said that in this episode. I subconsciously remembered that for years. So
oh, you know what I find funny about this is that we were discussing a different line.
I know, I remembered, but then
Um, we the other line was that we discussed is well, Manic's like, well, you told us something along the lines, well, stealing is bad, and you told me not to steal before. And this is during the segment where the The ship they're on is about to explode, and Sonic says the line, "Are you nuts? Why'd you listen to me?" And Manic
Like,
says, "I
I didn't
didn't."
sarcastically, yes.
Uh,
Yeah.
not so. No, I don't think it's sarcastic.
Like sort of
It shows off. I didn't.
yeah, I'm essentially what your
Oh,
personality will
you,
be one day.
okay, so we agreed on that. What are you saying? Excellent, excellent, excellent is a better line.
No, but I'm saying it has more iconic legacy because I say that every time we play card games. So,
Do you want to make that the battle? You want to make who you're going to give the? I'll leave it to you. Who gets the better line in this episode?
well,
Sonic or Robotnik?
hmm. Well. Obviously, excellent, excellent, excellent is a catchphrase of mine. But I do like Sonic. However, I would technically manage to win it.
Well, it's Sonic. I think I went for Sonic's line for his reaction. Are you nuts?
Well, in a very shocking plot twist, I'm gonna go get a load of this and give it to Robot. Nah, just kidding. Sonic can have it. It's fine.
Sonic wins best line for this episode.
However, Robotnik wins for life because that's that catchphrase every time in a card game. So
Best character of the episode. Um,
the Oracle was screwing with the kids. I'm gonna joke.
I have a recommendation.
So
I'm gonna go for Manic for this episode. Here's why I think one he has a character arc. He starts off with not knowing how his powers are of any use, and he learns that causing earthquakes is mundo cool.
yeah, I know. You know,
Um,
the family.
Also, his I think his there's a continuous joke of him being told not to steal stuff and then showing how stealing is useful. He does it like 3 times and it's funny every time. I'm giving the award for best character to Manic.
Yeah, that's fair. I would either go Manic or the Oracle of Delphi for screwing with those kids. Robotnik couldn't have destroyed. Robotnik could have destroyed you, but they didn't do that.
Last episode we were split and you gave it to Manic. I suspect I suspect you find it funny, but I think you must be leaning. You should probably be leaning towards Manic.
Yeah, sure,
We
whatever.
don't have a split decision. For you, Manic wins twice in a row. For me, Manic. This is Manic's first win.
Anyway, I will. I'm gonna go to the episode scores.
Well, first we've got a constructive feedback. How would you change the episode?
Well, for one, I added those missing scenes that Deacon and Tim didn't pay for, and then two, I split the episode into two separate episodes.
I think maybe, yeah, I think maybe, or at least maybe have it set in the same in the same place. Like maybe have Trevor in the ice cap zone doing some shenanigans and being caught. Have um, and then they trying to stop, trying to because he caught wind of the Oracle of Delphi is trying to be captured either and having more involved in the episode. Maybe that doesn't work. But yeah, maybe have. But yeah, I think your idea is better having the Oracle of Delphius trouble the in the ice cap in one episode and having the saving of Trevor as another episode. And but most of all, pace your episode better. Stop skipping scenes.
Well, that would require Deacon and Tim to give the show more money, and Deke can't do that. The bottom line must go up.
Yeah, pacing issue, and it does cause pacing issues for this episode. We did complain about that in episode 1 as well.
But on a more serious note, please play it right as in trying to finish things when we can.
What's your episodes? So now we finally get to the episode scores for this one.
I'll give it a 4 out of 10. I'm feeling generous.
Um, I don't know. I think there's some missing scenes. Yeah, I think that brings it down a little bit. I think Robotnik, um,
Well, he's excellent.
confusing
Well,
confusing plans not make it with the self-destruct sequence not making a lot of sense.
yeah, but he's excellent, excellent, excellent. Did you know this?
Um, I I don't know. I'm leaning towards a 4 or a 5.
I went for go for.
Yeah, I'll go 4 out of 10, which makes this the worst episode so far. I don't think it's a. I think it's a average episode. I don't think it's necessarily a bad episode. I'm using 5 as the is like the average point. I know in our culture, 7 for whatever reason is seen as an average score.
Yes.
But we're gonna go Japanese in this way,
Well,
where
well,
where
okay.
the actual midpoint of the scoring system is actually the average is supposed to be the midpoint score. But yeah, that was the trilogy episodes. Um, I could see in maybe another pass, like just the scenes, some more, maybe combine segments or remove segments, create and maybe add a couple more episodes onto this,
Make it more cohesive.
make it more cohesive. Um, but yeah, I don't. What else? I guess this. I guess I hadn't just. What did you think of the song? We're all in this together. We discussed where we placed in the scene, but we didn't discuss how.
The song's fine, I guess. It really should have been better the other episode.
I put it I out of the 3 songs I've heard so far, I put it firmly in third place. I don't think it's one of the worst of songs. I'm just a big fan of I'm a big fan of working together in harmony, and I'm a massive fan of Someday. But there we go.
Also, the visuals look like shit. It's just two
We
like
got through an entire episode without swearing, and we brought it down at the last second.
I'm not gonna lie, like you just got it's just like two repeated pictures and then one of them with a blur face or whatever.
Oh, and the song saying, yeah, the weird um reusing episode shots and those weird. There's like 3 pictures. One of them gets inversed every now and then you have like the 2 squiggly lines that don't match up to anything.
Wow, sure, great competition. Fire whoever was in charge of the competition.
I don't know. I mean, the song segments tend to be quite trippy, and I guess that
Trippy or lazy? Let's be real here. Lazy.
maybe both. I don't know. I've got a soft spot for them.
I'm getting angrier
Anyway,
and angrier and angrier.
yeah, but that's another episode, and we'll do the next episode in another session, in another record session. But thank you for listening to Video Killed the Video Game Star podcast.
And remember, children, if a show rips up Star Wars more than once, it's not a good TV show.
I will defend Sonic Underground, but not with my life.
Good.